Am I in the air?
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I'm your host, and I'm so happy that you're here to join me today to get caught up with the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, everything in the world of television, movies, and non-spoiler reviews. Quick thoughts, you come right here to Am I on the Air? Tonight, it is season 28, episode 19, and tonight's show is titled, What a Wonderful Day! We're going to be breaking down the news from May 8th through today, May the 14th. We got a couple movies to talk about, a couple TV shows to talk about. Then, of course, we'll get into the news of the week, and we'll get up on out of here. All right, let's start on the movie side with the new number one film in the world. It is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. That is right, the fourth film in basically the Caesar world. Because, you know, we have all the old school Planet of the Apes movies, but then several years ago, there was a reboot that happened with Andy Serkis. And there was that first movie that came out, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And it was one of those films that I remember at the time when it came out, I was like, I don't even know if I want to see this. Like, I've never been really a big Planet of the Apes fan. But this reboot came out with James Franco and Andy Serkis playing Caesar the ape. And I watched that first movie and was completely blown away. It was such a great film, and I was invested. And lucky for me, everybody was invested because the movie did very, very well, and they made a sequel. And then we got Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which was fantastic, and then War for the Planet of the Apes, which was really, really good. It is an amazing trilogy. When people talk about the best trilogies out there, I always go to this one right here. The Caesar trilogy is fantastic. Well, at the end of War for the Planet of the Apes, Caesar passed. So, spoiler alert, Caesar passed away and our trilogy was over. And it was a bummer because I would have loved to have stuck in that world. But, many years have gone by and now we get a new movie that takes place in this universe about 300 years after Caesar has passed. So the world has changed quite a bit. Okay. Several generations in the future following Caesar's reign, apes are now the dominant species and live harmoniously while humans have been reduced to living in the shadows. As a new tyrannical ape leader builds his empire, one young ape undertakes a harrowing journey that will cause him to question all that he has known about the past and to make the choices that will define a future for apes and humans alike. So we're many, many, many years after, and this one follows the story now. Basically, our new Caesar is this ape Noah, played by Owen Teague, and Owen does a fantastic job in this. Um, Freya Allen is the human that they kind of come across. Kevin Durand, an amazing job as Proximus Caesar. What a wonderful day! I could not name tonight's episode "What a Wonderful Day" based on what we saw there in that movie. William H. Macy pops up. I mean, there's a really good core cast here. But man, the technology was so good in the Caesar trilogy, and you think, how can they get better at it? And then you see this movie, and you're like, oh my God, man, it just, the mocap, the way they do it in these films, I mean, it's nuts. Like, I watched a video the other day of some of the actors doing the mocap for these films and on YouTube, and my daughter was like, what? That's how they do it. Like, she's like, it looks so good. And she didn't even want to see this movie, but she was blown away at the technology and how they make these films. This is a really, really strong film. Basically, you know, I'm trying to think how to dance around. I don't want to give away any story points or plot points, but good ape, bad ape. But like most of the ape civilization tries to follow Caesar's rules, right? Which is like apes don't kill ape, apes together strong. But then there's Proximus Caesar, played by Kevin Durant, who again is so fantastic, where he claims Caesar's words, but he takes it up to a villainous kind of level. The performances are just fantastic. The story is a lot of fun. Um, is this the best movie out of the Apes films? No. Honestly, at this point, I would say this is my least favorite of the newer kind of films. But that's not to knock this one. I give Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes 4 out of 5 stars. I really, really dug it. Um, I just didn't connect with it as much as I did with those Caesar films. That trilogy, like I said, stands so strong in my head and my heart that I couldn't. This movie had pacing issues for me. It runs about 2.5 hours. It didn't need to be 2.5 hours. If this was a strong 2 hour film, I think we would have had a very big banger on our hands. Now, for some of you, you might like this one. Like, I've seen a couple people say this is their favorite one. So, and it's got great reviews online. It is certified fresh on both critics and audience side. Um, it deserves it. It is a fantastic film. For me, the Caesar films are better. But that's not, like I said, for me on this one, it is really a pacing issue that I found myself, I hate to say bored, but I found myself bored at points where I was just like, okay, let's get it going. Let's move on to the next thing. If it just needed a tighter pace, and that's what dragged this one down. But overall, still very intrigued by it. Still loved it. Still loved going back to this world, and loved kind of this new take that Wes Ball gave us this direction to. And it's doing pretty well. So if it holds up, I know they want to start this as a new trilogy. Now we got the Noah trilogy, and we'll see where it takes us. So, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, 4 out of 5 stars. Now, I also went back to the theater over the weekend and I saw Fall Guy again. So, I already reviewed Fall Guy on last week's show, so I'm not going to review it again. But I just wanted to say, I love that movie. I really, really love that movie. Watching it a second time, I enjoyed it more. It was so much fun. I just had a blast with it. And I know I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on last week's show. I might even etch that one up to 4.5. I don't know if I'm gonna officially change my score, but when I walked out, I was like, ah man, I really, really like that movie. So such a blast. If you haven't seen Fall Guy, go give it a shot. It's in theaters now as well. Okay, switching on over to the TV side, my big new show of the week that I checked out was Dark Matter. I've been waiting for this one. This is an Apple TV Plus exclusive. This one here stars Joel Egerton and Jennifer Connelly. Um, it's a cool sci-fi show, man. Fantasy, science fiction, drama, mystery. I was intrigued by the trailer, and they dropped the first 2 episodes on Apple TV Plus. I believe the third episode just dropped tonight. Um, and this one here is about Jason Dessen. That's who Joel Egerton plays. Jason Dessen is abducted into an alternate version of his life. To get back to his true family, he embarks on a harrowing journey to save them from the most terrifying foe imaginable, himself. Oh, what? That's right. So basically, um, the premise here is kind of, what if there's a point in your life where you have to make a decision, right? Do he is a smart scientist who's on the verge of, making this new discovery. And it's kind of like, okay, do I put myself fully into my work and try to, fulfill this destiny? Or do I kind of take a seat back and I just kind of enjoy my life with my family and move forward there, right? Like, let's have kids, let's just live a normal life. You kind of come to that fork in the road, right? So, as you heard in the description, the foe is himself. Basically, he comes back from, I don't know if it's the future or it's an alternate timeline. There's something multiversial about this where in one life, he goes on and becomes the scientist and becomes the fancy guy that he wanted to be. But then in the other life, he's just the regular dad and husband. Um, and the science version says, you know what? I don't like my life anymore. I want to go have that life that I left behind, and creates this device and actually goes back in time and switches places with himself to try to take over that life, almost in a face off kind of style. It's a very unique story, and only being 2 episodes in, I'm super intrigued. I like this show a lot. So big thumbs up for me. Check out Dark Matter over on Apple TV Plus. I can't wait to see where this one takes us. So that's my big new one. I did a couple shout outs. The Big Door Prize is also back for season 2 on Apple TV Plus. It's a very simple little show, but I really, really like it. And then Reginald the Vampire is back for season 2 as well. This is Jacob Batalon's show. He, of course, is Ned in the Spider-Man movies. This is just a fun little show where he's a vampire. Vampire. It's a quirky little show. Um, but I don't know. It was one of those ones that I checked out season 1 when it came out and was just pleasantly surprised as kind of just a fun little show. And I'm glad it's back for season 2. I bet it doesn't go probably past this season, but I'm glad to see it back. So you can check that out if you're interested as well. All right, that's what we got on the review side. So, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes now in theaters, 4 out of 5 stars. Fall Guys in theaters, go check it out, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Loved it. And then on the TV side, Dark Matter, definitely big thumbs up. Check that one out on Apple TV Plus. The Big Door Prize season 2 on Apple TV Plus, and Reginald the Vampire season 2. This one here is on traditional television. That's right, it's on the Sci-Fi Network. So go check that one out if you get a chance. All right, let's talk box office. Coming in at number 10 is Abigail, which you can now get on VOD. Number 9 is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Number 8 is Civil War. Number 7, Kung Fu Panda 4. Number 6, Unsung Hero. Number 5, Godzilla X Kong The New Empire, which is now available on VOD as well. Number 4 is Terror. Number 3 is Challengers. Number 2 is The Fall Guy, with a nice little drop. Fall Guy, didn't have the biggest opening last weekend, but typically in week 2, movies drop, 60 to 70% sometimes, and Fall Guy only dropped 50%. So pretty good hold. I know our theater was actually pretty packed when I saw it the second time over the weekend. So good to see. Hopefully that word of mouth will keep that one going. And number 1 is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, bringing in $58.4 million. So that's a great debut there. I remember over the weekend they were estimating that it might hit 50, and then they said, oh, it's going to hit 55. And then on Sunday, when the estimates came out, they said 56. And then when the final tally came out on Monday, it was even more at 58.4. So really good turnout there for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And it did really well overseas too. So its total, was like 150 mil or something worldwide. So, real nice start there for Kingdom. All right. Now that that stuff is out the way, let's get into our news of the week. For those of you that have been waiting to see if we are going to get that Office return, you are getting a version of it. Yes, a new iteration of The Office has officially been picked up over on Peacock. According to the logline, the series will focus on a dying historic Midwestern newspaper and the publisher trying to revive it with volunteer reporters. So there you go. Now, I just want to stress this is a spin-off. This is not with the original cast. This is set in a different state with a totally different crew. So I've seen a lot of people, especially even friends of mine on Facebook, being like, oh, The Office is coming back. This is great. And there's a lot of fake Office stories going around that show like, oh, Jim's getting a spin-off and Jim's going to be the boss of the new place and all this stuff. No, it's not. It doesn't follow anyone from the original series. This is its own thing. It is a spin-off in the same world. Maybe you might get some cameos from some people down the road. But this is its own thing. I mean, I've already seen an interview with Steve Carell, and he was like, best of luck to them, but I'm not going to be on it. So, don't expect a lot of people to be popping up on this thing. This is a full-blown spinoff, a new iteration, but congratulations to getting it picked up. Hopefully it has that same flow. I know they got some good people behind it, and it'll be coming soon to Peacock. It is officially a go. The Friday the 13th prequel series that was in the works from Peacock and A24 is in search of a new showrunner. Brian Fuller, who was announced as the show's writer and executive producer and showrunner when it was first ordered to series in 2022, took to Twitter to announce that he's no longer working on the show due to creative differences. He said, "For reasons beyond our control, A24 has elected to go a different way with the material. We hope the final product will be something Friday the 13th fans all over the world will enjoy." So that's a bummer because Brian Fuller was a big part of this show. And for them to have been working on it for almost 2 years and then have creative differences is a bummer. So we'll see what ends up happening with this show down the road. I'm excited about this. Disney and Warner Brothers are going to be teaming up for a new triple play bundle that will include Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max. I love it. Give me bundles, man. Anything's going to save me money. I subscribe to all of these streamers. So if I can do one big bundle and get all of them at a discounted rate, that would be fantastic. So this is supposed to launch over the summer. There's no other details. We don't have word on pricing or launch date. They just said over the summer they're putting the finalizing touches on it. There's supposed to be an ad-supported tier and a non-ad supported tier. So we'll see what ends up happening, but I'm excited about this. Let's go. Bundle all day. Um, Naomi Watts and Bella Ramsey have joined the new thriller called Harmonia. Taylor Lautner and Sarah Hyland are going to star in The Token Groomsman, which is a new rom-com movie. Dora the Explorer, another live-action movie, is in the works, so get ready for that. But this is a whole new thing. This is not a sequel to the one that came out a couple years ago with Isabella Merced. Sydney Sweeney is going to star in a new Christy Martin boxing movie. So, very interesting there for her to do something like this. I like it, and we all know we love us some Sydney Sweeney. So, keep the roles a coming. We have the trailer for The Killing Kind, which is Hulu's new Stalker series. Glenn Powell and Laura Dern are going to star in a new legal drama movie called Monsanto. A new Chuck Norris action movie called Agent Recon is coming, and we have the first trailer for it, so check that out. Michael Pena has joined the cast of a new series from Yellowstone's Taylor Sheridan called Landman. So awesome addition, man. Michael Pena is a great addition to any casting. Succession's Jeremy Strong has been eyed for a role in the Bruce Springsteen biopic that they're putting together. We have the new trailer for Twisters, which looks so good. I'm so excited for this movie. This is going to be a fun one this summer to get back to. Alexander Skarsgård and Harry Potter's Harry Melling are set to play lovers in a new romance movie called Pilion. Ron Perlman and Rupert Everett are set to lead a new romantic dramedy movie called Out Late. We have the trailer for Fancy Dance, which is Lily Gladstone's new Apple TV Plus movie. Russell Crowe will be re-teaming with his Unhinged director for a new action movie called Bear Country. We have the trailer for Firebrand, which stars Alicia Vikander and Jude Law. It's a new historical drama. Um, Natalie Portman thriller, Lady in the Lake, is going to be coming to Apple TV Plus this summer on July 19th. So I'm already in because pretty much any show that debuts on Apple TV Plus, I'm sold because they just do great shows, man. So I am down. Vince Vaughn and Adrian Brody are set to star in a new gangsta thriller called The Bookie and the Bruiser. Kate Blanchett is set to lead a new alien invasion comedy movie called Alpha Gang. I love that Kate Blanchett is branching out and doing these weird little things. It's so cool to me. Unprison is getting a season 2 over on Hulu, and it'll be premiering on July 17th. Lady Gaga's Chromatica Ball concert special is coming to HBO on May 25th, and we have the first trailer that you can check out right now. So thanks to Taylor Swift for making the concert movie cool again. Everybody's got one coming out now. Beyonce did one. Now Lady Gaga's doing one. Forgive my phone ringing there. The Chi has been renewed for season 7 over at Showtime, ahead of its season 6 return. So congratulations to the Chi. I know a lot of people love in that movie over there, or that show, I should say. Denis Villeneuve says he can't wait to bring back Anya Taylor-Joy for Dune Messiah. Glenn Powell's in early talks to star in the next J.J. Abrams film. Silicon Valley duo is teaming for a new Hulu F1 comedy. we have the new poster for A Quiet Place Day One, along with the new trailer that is dropped. That's right, A Quiet Place Day One hits theaters on June 28th. Love this trailer. I'm so excited for this movie. I think this is going to be a fun one. Fantastic Four, are you ready? We got our Galactus, and I don't know, man. I'm pretty underwhelmed. But Ralph Ineson, the British actor whose 3-decade career ranges from the Harry Potter movies to the recent horror prequel, The First Omen, has landed the part of Galactus. So I know a lot of people are saying his voice is awesome and that he'll be a good fit in that way. I'm guessing maybe it is only a voice role, and maybe, Galactus will be 100% mocap CGI, obviously. So I don't know. I mean, just on paper, I'm underwhelmed because I'm not super familiar with him, and I'll be honest, he's just this little nerdy dude, and I'm just like, this is Galactus. There had been rumors that it was Javier Bardem for months, and then even like Antonio Banderas. Like, there was these big names being thrown around, and then it comes out, and you're just like, oh, Ralph Ineson. Okay. But yeah, so I believe in Marvel. I trust in Marvel, and this is the way they want to go. Then I have a feeling it's going to be more of a voice role at this point. So and I heard he's got a very deep, booming voice, so it might work in that sense. So congratulations to Ralph Ineson as Galactus for the Fantastic Four movie. The Jordan Peele produced psychological horror film set in the world of football has revealed its official title. It'll be called Him, and a September 19, 2025 release date has been given to the movie. Universal and Peele's Monkey Paw Productions have announced for the film. I think this film was originally called Goat or The Goat, and now it's just called Him. So I'm excited, man. We'll see what ends up happening with this one. NBC's Law and Order Organized Crime has been renewed for a fifth season, but it is going to move off of NBC and will stream exclusively on Peacock. So there you go. So if you are thinking you want to check this one out and you can't find it on NBC, take a look at Peacock there for you. Fantastic Forecast has also added, get this, John Malkovich. That's right. So John Malkovich joining the cast of Fantastic Four as well in an undisclosed role. So there you go. Another great addition there to the cast. Frasier season 2 moving forward. That's right. They have begun production on it as well. Manifest Melissa Roxborough is set to lead a new NBC crime drama called The Hunting Party. We have the new trailer for Orphan Black Echoes, starring Kristen Ritter. This looks interesting. I never watched Orphan Black, but this one looks really interesting. I love Kristen Ritter, so I'll probably be checking this one out. Lionsgate is developing a TV series based on the Shohei Ohtani gambling scandal. Sebastian Stan and Lily James are going to reunite and star in a new psychological horror thriller called Let the Evil Go West. I'm excited about this news. Ted has been renewed for season 2. That's right, Seth MacFarlane's series has been renewed over at Peacock for a second season. I've been waiting to hear this because season 1 was fantastic. So I'm so happy to see that it's coming back for a season 2. So stoked, man. Show is hilarious. If you haven't seen this yet, go watch Ted season 1, now streaming on Peacock. One of the best shows of the year. So good. Batman, Cape Crusader. That's right. The new animated Batman series is coming to Prime Video on August 1st. The Bear season 3 has been announced. That's right. It is coming on June 27th, and they're dropping all episodes. So get ready for that, man. June 27th, all episodes of The Bear season 3. Charlie's Angels, a new reimagined television series, is coming in the works. Ben Stiller and Colin Farrell are teaming in All of Us Are Strangers' new movie. The director of All of Us Are Strangers, his new movie. I like the casting, man. It's good to see Ben Stiller coming back. Colin Farrell is always great to see. Speaking of Colin Farrell, if you're not watching Sugar, you should be watching Sugar over on Apple TV Plus. So good. The Breed remake will star Shazam's Grace Carolyn Curry. So I don't remember The Breed, but I love Grace Carolyn Curry, and I will check her out in anything she does. So I'll be watching The Breed remake. Lioness season 2 has officially been ordered. I thought the show was already renewed, but I guess it wasn't officially. Paramount Plus has picked it up for a second season. This was Special Ops Lioness. They've dropped the Special Ops code name, and now the show is just called Lioness, but it's coming back with Zoe Saldana. And yeah, this was a great show, man. I love this one a lot over on Paramount Plus, so glad to see it officially coming back. Perry Gilpin is joining the cast of season 2 as Roz Doyle for Frasier. Heartbreak High has been renewed for a third and final season over on Netflix. Um, Lauren Graham is set to lead Tubi's first original live action series called The Z Suite. Power Ghost, its final season, has dropped its next trailer. Check that out. I haven't even watched the trailer. I want to kind of go into the show a little blind this year, so we'll see how that goes. I love this show, man, and I'm sad it's the final season, but ready for them to blow it out the water. Kristen Johnston is joining the Chuck Lorre, his new Netflix comedy. So that very cool there. Taye Diggs is returning in an upcoming season 6 episode of All American. Amazon Prime Video is heading back to the White House for a Red, White, and Royal Blue sequel, which stars Nicholas Galitzine and Taylor Kakar Perez, set to reprise their roles. Nicholas Galitzine, who was just in the Idea of You that I saw a couple weeks ago, so good in that. So congratulations there, getting a sequel to Red, White, and Royal Blue. Paul Walter Hauser is set to star in a new game show drama feature called Press Your Luck. I love the TV show Press Your Luck, and this is such an interesting story about this guy that like studied the board and went on the show and won all this money, and then the show tried to fight him and say he was cheating, and it's a crazy little story, man. So I love Paul Walter Hauser. This is going to be a fun little film. Walton Goggins is in this as well, so let's go. I'm ready for it. Video game Poppy Playtime is getting the movie treatment via Legendary Pictures, so creepy. But hey, man, I'm down. Let's do it. Uh, let's see here. Peter Jackson is working on a new Lord of the Rings film for Warner Brothers. That's right, for all you Lord of the Ring heads. You're getting a new film in 2026. Andy Serkis will direct and star in the film, which is going to be called The Search for Gollum. Lord of the Rings, The Search for Gollum. So very interesting. I am not a Lord of the Rings fan, so this news did not excite me. But for those of you looking to get back to the Shire and my brushes, you're getting a new Lord of the Rings movie in 2026. So congratulations. Olivia Wilde is set to star in Greg Araki's provocative next feature, Black Bear's I Want Your Sex. Ooh, I like it. I love Olivia Wilde. Let's see here. The Hunt for Gollum. Is that what I said? So did I say The Search for Gollum? The Hunt for Gollum. That's right. Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum, 2026. Andy Serkis directing, and Peter Jackson and his writing partners, Fran Walsh and Philippa Boyens, are producing the movie. So very cool there to keep that core cast together. The Mandalorian and Grogu cast. Sigourney Weaver is now in talks to join the Star Wars movie, so I like that. She's always a great addition to anything. 28 years later, it gets official release date for the zombie movie sequel, June 20th, 2025. Godzilla X Kong sequel, the Monsterverse movie, has nabbed the Shang-Chi writer to pen the next script, so we are getting more in the Monsterverse. I like it. You Gotta Believe. It's a new movie starring Luke Wilson. It's a baseball drama, and it's going to come out on August 30th. Cameron Manheim is exiting Law and Order. Jeff Bridges' Dave Bautista have been cast in a new Beowulf adaptation from the Jim Henson Company called Grendel. Jason Statham is set to star in Plane Director's new action movie called Mutiny. Criminal Minds Evolution Season 2 teaser trailer has dropped for the return of the Paramount Plus show. Andy Serkis is joining Woody Harrelson in the World War II thriller The Man with Miraculous Hands. We have the trailer for Mother Couch. Okay, Mother Couch. What an interesting name. It's a new dramedy starring Ewan McGregor and Ellen Burstyn, so you can check that out right now. Shogun Season 2, Hiroku Sanada has signed a new deal as FX works on renewing the show. ABC has canceled Not Dead Yet, so I guess the show is dead yet. So is dead now. So sorry to see that one go. It always sucks to see shows canceled. So ABC canceling that one there. Let me see what else ABC got for us here. Uh, has canceled, not dead yet. Um, they have renewed most of their unscripted shows, including The Bachelor, American Idol, um, Dancing with the Stars, Celebrity Jeopardy, Shark Tank, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, and What Would You Do? So, all of the unscripted shows are coming back over there on ABC. Peacemaker season 2 has added Frank Grillo to the cast. He is playing Rick Flag Sr. And this is where we start to see that crossover because we know that Frank Grillo is playing Rick Flag Sr. in oh, what's the cartoon one they're doing? Creature Commandos. That's it. I needed a second. Creature Commandos. And then now he's going to play it in live action in Peacemaker season 2. So, James Gunn had said if you play it in live action in our DCU, you're going to play it in the cartoons and vice versa. If you play it in animated, you're going to play it in live action. So great to see Frank Grillo going to be popping up in Peacemaker season 2. That's going to be great. The Lincoln Lawyers, Manuel Garcia Rufo, has been cast as the lead in the new Jurassic World movie. Sophie Turner and Archie Madqui have joined Prime Video's new heist series, Haven. We have the trailer for Tires, which is Shane Gillis' new Netflix comedy series. Bella Ramsey is set to play a terrorist in Samantha Lewait's in The Girl Next Door. Night Comes is a horror, is a new thriller. Uh, or geez, these titles, man, I swear to God sometimes. Night Comes, okay, is just the title of this. Logan's Daphne Keene is going to lead this horror thriller. So, yes, keep an eye out for that here soon. Night Comes. Tatiana Maslany is set to star in Longlegs director's next horror film, Keeper. In a violent nature, the movie is unrated. Ooh, they're saying it is so violent. It is not rated R. I don't know why it didn't get an X, but instead they're vouching to do just an unrated movie. And I'm hearing early word that they're saying people are throwing up in the screenings. People are just so disgusted because of how violent this movie is. And I can't wait. So this is a Shudder original. It is going to go to theaters and then it'll pop up on Shudder and AMC Plus probably within a month or so after that. In a Violent Nature, unrated. A24 is adapting a Sundance breakout horror short with Ari Aster. That 90s show, season 2, is going to do a 2-part release, and you can check out the first trailer for it right now. The Other Black Girl is officially canceled over at Hulu, so no season 2 moving forward. Apple TV Plus has also canceled Constellation after just one season. I was going to watch this show, and I actually just deleted it off my queue a couple weeks ago because I was like, I'll probably never get around to it. And now it's canceled, so I made a decent decision to do that. Scavenger's Reign is officially canceled over at Max, but it's finding a new home on Netflix. Very interesting. Never even heard of this show on Max. So crazy to see that Netflix came in and swooped it up, but there you go. Housebroken, canceled after 2 seasons over on Fox. NBC has released their fall schedule, so check that out to see what's coming and going. SNL has set its 50th anniversary special over at NBC. It'll air on February 16th, 2025. Alert Missing Persons Unit has been renewed for season 3 over on Fox, so congratulations there. Um, let's see here. The Cleaning Lady has been renewed for season 4 over on Fox. Congratulations. The Floor has been renewed for seasons 2 and 3 over on Fox, so congratulations there. Um, The new trailer for Wicked officially comes out tomorrow, so keep an eye out on our socials for the drop of the Wicked trailer. I know a lot of people are very, very excited for this movie, especially my wife. So they dropped a little featurette yesterday for it, and yeah, man, people are getting stoked. Frasier season 2 has added Amy Sedaris to the cast in a guest role. Barbarella, they've been talking about doing this one with Sydney Sweeney for a while, and now Edgar Wright is in official talks to direct the film. I love it. So let's go, man. Edgar Wright, Sydney Sweeney, Barbarella. Let's go. Lacey Chabet is leading a new Netflix holiday rom-com called Hot Frosty. Dune Prophecy is a cast Indian actress Taboo for the new show. We have the first poster for Amy Adams' new film Night Bitch. Motherhood is a bitch. I don't know anything about this movie, but I'm already in. Dennis Leary is set to star in a new Fox comedy series called Going Dutch. Ed Harris is set to direct a new neo-noir movie with Bill Murray and Nick Nolte called The Plowmen. Fubar Season 2 has officially cast Carrie-Anne Moss to join the Arnold Schwarzenegger series. Um, let's see here. Chris Pratt confirms that he is going to be returning as Star-Lord, and he is going to be doing something with James Gunn in his DCU. So he says he will 100% be doing both. So I love it. Why not? Why can't we have him in the MCU and in the DCU? Let's go. Love Chris Pratt. Can't wait to see more Star-Lord for sure. The first Omen is coming to Hulu on May 30th, and it's going to be hitting digital on May 28th. So if you just wait a couple extra days, you're going to get to watch it for free on Hulu. So yeah. Downton Abbey 3 has officially begun filming, and Paul Giamatti is coming back to the cast. So there you go there. We have trailers for the new Fox shows like Rescue High Surf, Doc, Murder in a Small Town, and more. So check those out if you're interested. Ellen DeGeneres' last comedy special sets its Netflix release date and will address her tarnished public image. The Simple Life Besties, Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are reuniting for a new Peacock reality series. Grey's Anatomy, Jake Borelli is leaving after 7 years as Levi. Fox has released their fall schedule, so when will 911 Lone Star and Accused be coming back? SmackDown is leaving Fox. Family Guy is MIA. This is some crazy shit. Check out the Fox fall schedule for sure. Congratulations to the Hawaiian action drama Rescue High Surf, which is the new big show that Fox is super proud of coming out next year. They're landing the post Super Bowl slot over on Fox, so that's very, very coveted. Seth Meyers has extended his contract to host Late Night through 2028. Snoop Dogg and Michael Bublé are joining The Voice season 26, so congratulations there. America's Funniest Home Videos has been renewed for season 35 over at ABC. The Great North and Special Forces, along with a yet-to-air animated series, have all been renewed over at Fox. Daredevil's Deborah Ann Woll has been cast as the lead for a new horror film called The Cycle. Francis Ford Coppola has released the first teaser trailer for his epic Megalopolis. I don't know what to think about this movie. It looks pretty, but I don't know if it's going to be any good. MTV Movie and TV Awards are on pause for 2024 and will return next year with a new format. Andrew Garfield is going to be joining Julia Roberts in a new Luca Di Cugino thriller called After the Hunt. With nearly 80 million views to date, Jake Gyllenhaal is set to reprise his role as Elwood Dalton in a Roadhouse sequel. That's right, Roadhouse 2 is coming to Prime, baby. I love it. Roadhouse was a blast, and I was hoping they would do a sequel. It's done well enough. They're pulling the trigger. Roadhouse 2 is coming with Jake returning. I love it. Aldous Hodge is Detective Alex Cross. That's right, Cross is coming soon to Prime Video. We got a little teaser there. Also, congratulations, I just talked about this film a little bit ago, to Anne Hathaway and Nicholas Galadzin's age gap romantic adventure, The Idea of You. It attracted nearly 50 million worldwide views in its first 2 weeks on Prime Video, becoming Amazon MGM's #1 romantic comedy debut of all time. So, love that. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is going to be producing and developing a new Tomb Raider series that is going to be a show, and it's been ordered to series over on Amazon Prime Video. So it'll be pretty cool to have a Tomb Raider TV show. So let's go. Speaking on Prime, Mr. and Mrs. Smith has been renewed for season 2, but stars Donald Glover and Maya Erskine are not coming back. They're going to turn the show kind of into an anthology series that will follow 2 different spies with each season. So I like it. I like it. I'm down with kind of when they do stuff like this. So I'm glad to see the show is coming back. All right. We heard the rumors. We've heard the talks. It is now official. Nicolas Cage is officially set to bring Spider-Man Noir to life in Prime Video and MGM Plus's new live-action series, Noir. That's right. So, yes, he voiced Spider-Man Noir in the Spider-Verse films, and now he's going to play it in live action. I love this. I think it's going to be awesome. Comcast customers, are you ready? You're going to get your own bundle. That's right. Later this month, Comcast is going to launch a three-way bundle with Peacock, Netflix, and Apple TV Plus offered at a deep discount. I love it. Now, they're saying this is just for Comcast customers right now. Hopefully, they'll release something like this to the public. Who knows? But I think it's a perk for people that have any kind of Comcast services. So I have Xfinity Internet through Comcast. I'm hoping I can get this bundle at least with them over that. That would be cool. Dune Part 2 is going to be available to stream on Max starting May 21st. So we're only a couple days away. You can check that out on Max. It earned more than $710 million at the worldwide box office earlier this year. The Boys has been renewed for season 5 over on Amazon Prime Video ahead of the show's 4th season premiere that's coming on June 13th. I love it. I love The Boys. This show is fantastic. I'm so glad it's coming back for season 5. We also found out it was Agatha all along. Because remember, they've been doing all these different names, man. This show, when it was originally announced, had a way different title, and then they kept changing it over and over again. And I was like, this has to be a joke, right? There's no way that they're this confused. It was Agatha the Darkhold Diaries, then it was Agatha House of Harkness, then it was Agatha Coven of Chaos, then it was Agatha the Lying Witch with Great Wardrobe. And now it's official. The show is just called Agatha All Along. It's going to get a 2-episode premiere on September 18th of this year. So there we go there. I love it. Mortal Kombat 2, which I really thought was coming out this year, is not going to hit theaters for a long time. It's going to hit theaters on October 24th, 2025. So, goddamn, they finished making this movie a long ass time ago. I don't know why it's taking so long to put it out, but yeah, October 24th, 2025. We got some news on Daredevil. Born Again will release on Disney Plus in March of 2025. So that's kind of expected. That's kind of where I figured it would drop, was earlier March or earlier in 2025. So, and then we'll be getting, I believe, 9 episodes to kick us off. And then I believe it's a total of 18 episodes that they made. Maybe they shrunk it down during production. Who knows? But 9 episodes are dropping, and then we'll see if another batch drop later in the year or the following year. But Disney also confirmed that the other show for Disney Plus next year will be Ironheart. So we are going to be finally getting back to that after Wakanda Forever. We have the teaser trailer for Only Murders in the Building season 4, and it's going to be hitting Hulu on August 27th. So love that show. Yellow Jacket season 3 has officially begun production. We have the trailer for The Young Wife starring Kirstie Clemens and Leon Bridges. Prince's Purple Rain is going to be getting a 4K digital release on June 25th. Tom Hiddleston and William Dafoe have been tapped to star in a Mount Everest thriller called Tenzing. Kristen Stewart, along with Stephen Yeun, have a new movie that's going to be coming out in 2025 called Love Me. WWE's Charlotte Flair is going to lead a new horror movie called You Lose, You Die. No, congratulations to her, man. That's awesome. I love Charlotte Flair, and this is really big for her to get a lead in a horror movie, so I love it. Knox Goes Away is hitting digital and Blu-ray on May 28th. That's the Michael Keaton new thriller that came out a couple months ago in limited release, so that'll be hitting May 28th. Longing has dropped its first official trailer starring Richard Gere and Diane Kruger. The movie hits theaters on June 7th. Gerard Butler has been eyed for Den of Thieves director's new action movie called Empire State. Chris Pratt says that the Super Mario Bros. 2 movie could introduce a Nintendo cinematic universe. I feel like that's where they were going with it anyway, so very, very cool. Prime Video has officially ordered a Legally Blonde prequel series from executive producer Reese Witherspoon. It's just going to be called Elle. So, a lot of people like going back to that series there. The Summer I Turned Pretty season 3 has officially been delayed. It won't be coming out till 2025. We have the first trailer for You're Cordially Invited, starring Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon. Looks pretty funny. It's going to be a nice R-rated comedy. House of the Dragon Season 2 trailer has dropped. The Rings of Power Season 2 trailer has dropped. Um, Daredevil stars give thanks to the mid-season creative overhaul. They said Daredevil Born Again is as intense as we've ever been. So everybody very happy with the fact that they pulled the plug, took a breather, reshuffled everything, and then went back to work and made a really cool show. So I'm very excited for Daredevil. Selena Gomez has revealed the Wizards of Waverly Place spinoff title, which I believe is just the the Wizards of Beyond Waverly Place, I believe is the official title. It's something simple like that. ABC has released their fall schedule, so check that out to see where your favorites are going. Liam Neeson has checked into Guy Moshi's new action thriller alongside Zachary Levi for a new film called Hotel Tehran. I like it. I like the casting there on that. Supergirl movie. That's right. DC Studios wasting no time in setting a release date for Supergirl. Now that the movie has found its director, the high profile movie will fly into movie theaters on June 26th, 2026. So there you go. So about 1 year after the Superman movie, we're getting Supergirl as the DC universe continues to expand. And Hulu is going to be diving into stand-up specials. That's right. They're going to do monthly stand-up specials over on Hulu to kind of keep things pumping over there with some extra stuff. So I like that, man. Stand-up specials are always fun to get into. And on that note, my friends, we are done. 45 minutes. Let's lock it in. Thank you so much for joining me and keeping up with me as we get through the week in entertainment news. AmIOnTheAir.com is the official webpage. Make sure you bookmark that. You can find everything you need right there on AmIOnTheAir.com. And you make sure you like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/AmIOnTheAir. Follow us on X at simply at AmIOnTheAir, or myself at DXDonMega. It's the same handles over on Threads, so make sure you follow us wherever you social at. We want to keep in contact, and you want to follow the news. Why not, right? Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, iHeartRadio, all the big shows. All the big platforms are always streaming our show on demand, so make sure you check those out and subscribe to wherever you listen to podcasts. And thank you. Follow us along on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, just simply at Am I on the Air, all one word, and you will find us. And thank you to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. That's at Red Dragons Radio on Twitter, reddragonsradio.com, and at popculture_pros on Twitter as well. Thank you guys for always streaming our show on demand. And that'll do it for me for today, May the 14th. We'll be back in theaters this weekend. What the hell is this weekend? I'm trying to think. Oh, If. Yeah, I'll be checking out If. I'm taking my daughter to If on Friday night, the new Ryan Reynolds movie with John Krasinski and a bunch of others doing voices. It looks super, super sweet. So I can't wait to check out If. So we'll definitely be reviewing that one on next week's show. Already got our advance tickets to Furiosa. We got tickets, me, Friggins, and Geeky Pat. We got some tickets to go see the 30th anniversary of The Crow at the end of the month. So we got some good stuff coming up. I'm very, very excited. So why don't you all have an amazing week? Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace. Red Dragon!